In the ever-evolving field of atmospheric science, modeling the Earth's atmosphere has revolutionized our understanding of climate dynamics.
When I woke up, I didn't have any underwear on. I felt very scared.
Weather forecasting, and environmental management. However, beneath the surface of these advancements lies a darker side that warrants exploration. As atmospheric models grow increasingly sophisticated, they expose vulnerabilities that can lead to significant consequences if left unaddressed. One of the primary concerns surrounding atmospheric models is the inherent
When guys see girls partying and having fun, they want to pop more bottles and they want to spend more money.
uncertainty that comes with them. Despite the significant advancements made in predicting weather patterns and climate trends, these models are not without flaws. Their accuracy relies heavily on the quality and comprehensiveness of the data used for simulations. When the data is incomplete, outdated, or inaccurate, the predictions generated by these models can be misleading.
I can't really look back now. This is all I know how to do, and this is all I can do.
This can lead to critical errors in forecasting, which may adversely affect decision-making processes related to disaster preparedness and resource management. For example, in the case of severe weather events such as hurricanes or floods, an atmospheric model that does not incorporate the most recent and accurate data may fail to provide timely and precise warnings. This lack of accuracy can result in inadequate preparation measures, putting vulnerable communities at greater risk. The consequences can be severe, including increased damage to property, loss of life, and prolonged recovery times. Therefore, it is crucial to continually refine atmospheric models and ensure that the data used is as accurate and up-to-date as possible to minimize the impact of such uncertainties. Another critical issue in atmospheric modeling is the escalating computational complexity and resource demands associated with advanced models. As atmospheric models evolve, they integrate an increasing number of variables and achieve finer spatial and temporal resolutions. This progress, while beneficial for accuracy, necessitates significantly more powerful computing resources. The requirement for high-performance computing infrastructure, often involving sophisticated hardware and extensive data storage capabilities, can be prohibitive for many institutions and countries. This disparity in computational resources has far-reaching implications. Well-funded institutions and technologically advanced countries can access and leverage the most sophisticated models, gaining an edge in weather forecasting, climate predictions, and environmental management. In contrast, less affluent regions or institutions may struggle with outdated or less accurate models, leading to unequal levels of preparedness and response to climatic threats. This gap in modeling capabilities exacerbates global inequalities, as those who are already vulnerable may face increased risks due to inadequate forecasting and preparedness. Consequently, the disparity in access to advanced atmospheric models not only influences immediate disaster response, but also impacts long-term climate resilience and adaptation strategies on a global scale. Addressing this issue requires efforts to democratize access to modeling technologies and support collaborative initiatives that bridge the resource gap. The dark side of atmospheric modeling extends significantly to ethical concerns surrounding data privacy and security. As these models become more advanced, they increasingly depend on extensive data collection, which includes personal information gathered from satellite observations, sensors, and other monitoring systems. This vast array of data often involves sensitive information, raising substantial privacy concerns. The potential for misuse of this data, whether through unauthorized access, data breaches, or exploitation, poses serious risks to individual privacy. Additionally, the integration of big data and machine learning into atmospheric models introduces further complications. These technologies enhance the model's capabilities, but also contribute to opaque decision-making processes. The complexity of algorithms and data processing can obscure the rationale behind model predictions, making it difficult for stakeholders and the public to understand how conclusions are reached. This lack of transparency can erode trust in the models and their outputs, as the decision-making processes are not always clearly communicated or comprehensible. Consequently, there is a pressing need to address these ethical concerns by implementing robust data protection measures and ensuring that modeling processes are transparent and accountable. Balancing technological advancement with ethical considerations is crucial for maintaining the integrity and public trust in atmospheric science. Additionally, the reliance on models for critical decisions in climate policy and disaster management introduces the risk of overconfidence. Decision-makers may place undue trust in model outputs without fully understanding their limitations or the underlying assumptions. This over-reliance can lead to a false sense of security, where real-world complexities and uncertainties are underestimated. For example, relying solely on model predictions for climate policy without considering local variability and contextual factors may result in ineffective or counterproductive strategies. The environmental impacts of modeling practices themselves also warrant scrutiny. The energy consumption associated with running complex simulations and maintaining high-performance computing infrastructure contributes to the overall carbon footprint. As the demand for more detailed and accurate models grows, so does the environmental impact of these computational activities. This paradox highlights the need for a balance between technological advancement and sustainable practices in atmospheric research. Furthermore, the potential for model-driven misinformation poses a significant risk. Inaccurate or misleading model outputs, whether intentional or not, can influence public perception and policy decisions. This is particularly concerning in the context of climate change denial or misinformation campaigns, where flawed models or selective data can be used to undermine scientific consensus and delay necessary action. Addressing these dark aspects of atmospheric modeling requires a multifaceted approach. Improved transparency in model development, increased data sharing, and rigorous validation processes are essential to mitigate uncertainties and ensure the reliability of predictions. Furthermore, fostering international collaboration and equitable access to modeling resources can help bridge the gap between different regions and enhance global preparedness.